people, and welcome to yet another episode of the QC Exploration-Based Project. This time around, we're basically checking out, Kick Butt, which, yeah, it's basically going to be another closed source, apparently weapon file. So, yeah, closed source files. Why does it seem like so many are? Wait. Does anyone realize this is not fun? Anyway, it's a script he made. Basically, it's a whole bunch of scripts that I found to my liking and was a pain to have them in separate products like that, so I put them all in one. If I find any new weapons that I like, I'll be sure to release another version. Or if any of the code used here is updated, the code in my script will be updated too. Alright? So, yeah, we have a bunch of impulses, basically. Let's load this thing up and basically get to what exactly you can get from this one modification. You get a bunch of error messages, and... Wait, what? What? How did that one happen? That's really strange. That shouldn't have happened. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. This ain't good at all. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how in God's name did that one happen? How did I load? It's like for some reason I decided to transfer over my auto exec. Apparently that's what happened. I transferred over my auto exec from the wrong one. And so basically, yeah, it's using a bit of the one for GL Quake, basically. All I need to do is move over my copy. Luckily, I have a copy. And yeah, that should do it. Except for some reason I'm seeing a bunch of GL stuff, which I'm not liking at all either. That doesn't sound promising at all, does it? Not at all, people. But let's load this up and see what exactly happens. But I think all the GL stuff can't go there. Yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly I was doing with all this stuff, why exactly it's the way it kind of is. Let's see here. I'm trying to, like, find... This looks promising. This looks like everything I kind of would normally have. Yeah, I'm not sure which one this is, but it looks like what I'm looking for, which is just basically a basic auto exec. Yeah. I could get rid of the one line that's like binding impulse 30 for some random reason, and I will have a functional file again. So yeah, looks fine, functions fine, and yeah, had nothing fancy in this auto exec. Just has all the stuff I normally would use, aka crosshair, aka the ability to move around strafe-wise. The movement feels right. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is the right version. Hell, I never really got too fancy in my Quake install, so... Well, besides the crosshair and any other little features I could find just to make it look a little standoutish. Anyway, where was I? I was trying to look at what exactly features were being added, but now I can't really look at it because I seem to have lost the readme for that. This is a wonderful day, isn't it? Yeah, for some reason I seem to not be doing too well today. Let's see here. Let's load up this list. And luckily it actually tells us what impulses do what. But yeah, as you see, I've been having a lot of trouble just with other random things. So let's see here. We have impulse 16. So if I do impulse 16, that happens. Yeah, so you see it basically shoots... Oh look, teleporters still work. The bullets going through teleporters. Anyways, you see it basically shoots 3 shots. It's basically a semi-auto with a relatively fast reload time. As you see, all it really is when you press impulse 16, it basically gives you like advanced weapon mode. Specifically, it fires it once every time you press the impulse 16 button. So yeah, it's not really even its own mode, it's just like a separate attack for each weapon. We're going to need like Impulse 9 though, because we're going to need to use every gun here. Yeah. The shotgun, basically, as you see, basically is similar to the Enforcer's weapon, as we've seen in a lot of these. It's been done to death. And yeah, it's a Triforce one. You shoot it, it shoots at a wall or something like that. So yeah, it's basically just like the Enforcer's weapon. Yeah, he says it's like a semi-auto with a fast reload time, but that doesn't really matter much, does it? Because, let's see if, like, actually, like, I can get it to, like, fire. Yeah, you just hold down that button, it presses that one key. So, yeah, very fast reload time. Does nasty damage, though. It's not really flashy, but very, very handy. It's mostly made to make deathmatch more interesting, but also will basically allow you to kick butt in single player. More power to you if you want to do that. So let's see here. Let's actually like load up a level so that way I keep all these weapons. So you see, it's freaking overpowered. Well, a grunt takes like 2 shots to kill normally, so that kind of makes sense. Because we're kind of wasting at least 3 shots here. As usual, when I start recording, now I'm getting bothered by different things. Let's see here. Trying to ignore little environmental stuff. Let's see here. No, I don't want to do map. I need to do change level, E and M2. What I want to do is kill the ogre, because the ogre is going to take, let's see here. If the shotgun normally takes... How much damage does the shotgun do? I think it's 20 damage. That's for the ads, though, isn't it? Yeah, but I think it's also for the shotgun. I think it just varies for the shotgun, right? That's how Doom would work. I think the shotgun in Quake does like 25 damage. Yeah. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I think it's 25 damage. And so with 25 damage, 3 shots, it's going to be 75 damage. 75 damage, you're basically going to do like 3 volleys is what's going to kill an ogre. Supposedly. So hi there. Well, that was 6 volleys. Well, how did I do the math wrong here? Well, if it was 20... Wait a minute, what? I'm not sure if I understand my own math. How did I get to 75 in the first place? Because it's 3 shots. So yeah, if I say 20 times 3 is 60, say 60 to get to 200, even that was still not 6. Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah. So maybe it's just slightly more, but yeah, I don't think it's actually taking like 3 times the shotgun shot. It's definitely doing more than like 30 damage though, because I think a grunt is like 36 damage. So it's about like 40 damage, I'd say. Probably. Let's think for a second. If it's 40, you basically want to say... Yeah, that would make a bit more sense, I guess. Because that'd be 5 shots, but that still doesn't sound right, does it? Because an ogre took 6 shots. Just confusion, people! Okay, maybe I miscounted. Yeah, it's 5 shots. So it's about 40 damage per shot. So yeah, it does about like nearly double the damage of a regular shotgun. So yeah, that's that one. Anyway, double-barreled shotgun does not have a special mode. If you try and do Impulse 16, it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, only certain guns use it. In fact, the nail gun modes do not have anything at all. Now, the grenade launcher, on the other hand, does. And it's basically a cluster of bounce and proximity grenades. We've seen these before. So you fire one, it's going to burst apart into a bunch of them, which go everywhere and blow up different stuff. So you see, it also does alert enemies. Ironic, isn't it? If I did it with a regular gun, it would alert enemies, but because this isn't defined as a normal attack, I can press this all to my whim, and I don't have to worry about a single thing. It can blow up everything in the map without me having to worry about a single risk. Also, that first proximity grenade does not actually blow up the enemies you see. It's like you have to wait for the separate grenades to go. So as you see, not the best for control, but very good to clear a wide area. You'll basically lay on the floor, hop at intervals. If the target is detected within range, the grenade will hop towards the target and explode. They won't detect targets while they're in the air, though. When the grenade launcher is fired, if you have less than 5 ammo, you'll fire a single grenade, which will behave like Wendy's grenades, but it's just a single one. If you have 5 or more ammo, you'll fire a cluster bomb, which releases the 5. Owie! So you see, my own grenades can turn against me, apparently. Yeah, do not let your own grenades turn against you, because that totally can happen, apparently. They don't care what exactly they're going against. They will go against anything. Do not trust grenades. So you see, it's just very, very freaking lethal. But yeah, that's your grenades. Anyway, rocket launcher. That is your homing rocket. We've seen that to death as well. Like I said, so far we've seen everything has pretty much been done to death. As you see, if an enemy gets shot though, it will detect you if it gets injured. So you watch one-shot kill weapons. You see the homing grenade. Homing rocket's very overpowered. It's like I just shot him around the corner without him even getting alert or whatnot. So yeah, very, very overpowered. So I just get the ability just to stand here, press a button. It does waste 5 rockets every time, so it is a bit weaker than other ones. But like I said, because of how it's designed, you won't alert enemies that have their back to you. So it is kind of convenient in certain ways. As you see, I'll home in on the first target, followed around down corridors until it blocks. Except it blocks its path. And of course, the missile will most likely then miss its target. Anyway, lightning gun, thunderbolt, whatever you call it. So yeah, if you press it, you get Thor. Which, as you see, is really freaking overpowered to the point that you basically waste all your ammo in 2 shots. Homes in on different enemies, as you see. So it's like a barrage of homing missiles combined with the thunderbolt or whatnot. Yeah, they'll shoot out 3 homing rockets, and then the lightning gun follows each rocket with a stream of lightning. So yeah, really overpowered. As you see, it requires 20 rockets and 50 cells, however. I mean, it's not ideal for someone that's, Now, note the lightning doesn't actually seem to do much of anything. I'm not really sure the lightning itself is useful. It just seems to kind of be there. Like, the lightning just seems to, like, generate out. So I'm like... So you see, the lightning basically just tells you where the rockets are. That's all really the lightning beams are about. It's not really attacking the enemy. It's not what's causing the damage. What's causing the damage is the powerful guided rocket. Yeah, like I said, the only thing really that's doing it is that rocket. The homing missile is just basically being guided, I guess you could say, with the thunderbolt. It's basically showing where it is. So yeah, that's basically that. What else do we have here? Well, as you see, Thor is totally different, so that's something different at least. If you do an Impulse 30, you'll get a flare, which probably works like all the flares we've seen. As you see, you shoot it into the wall, It's there, it sizzles up, it'll stay there for a while, that brightness, and then eventually it'll dim down. That acts just like every other flare mod we've seen. So, yeah, not really that special. It will slow down the game considerably if you put too many, of course. Like I said, that's basically one of the ones people have done to death. Anyway, Impulse 20 will throw a backpack, just like every other one. That will throw 20 cells, 20 nails, 10 rockets, 10 cells. Now this one just drops basically right on your face, so it's yet again, we've seen one or two like this in the past, whereby it just literally drops where you are. So, yeah, it becomes totally worthless. Because even if I do like a bind H, Impulse 20 it, and I think maybe if I'm moving, it will allow me to do it. As you see, it's totally worthless. It'll just keep dropping right on your face. Even moving around, it's just worthless. So yeah, you need to actually throw it or whatnot. Now, Impulse 21 is basically the exact same thing, but throws everything that you have. So yeah, it's a bit more controlled than your normal one. Now you also, of course, have Impulse 61, which is a pipe bomb. Yep, another pipe bomb one. You toss it out, Impulse 62 will detonate it. Impulse 62. There we are. So yeah, basically Impulse 61 shoots out the pipe bomb. It's either on the ground, or if close enough to a player, it can be tagged to the player. When tagged to a player, it's stuck to them. It cannot be removed by a player, and even if they die, it will still be with them when they respawn. So as you see, that's a big difference. You can actually stick the pipe bomb to an enemy in this one. And so when I hit it with Impulse 62, it'll just blow them up right away. So as you see, it also only costs one grenade. So as you see, I stick that to them. Now I just have to strategically wait and blow them up when I see fit. Easy enough, straightforward. Okay, now this is similar to the grenade effects one or whatever. Because the fact that you can stick it to enemies using Impulse 61 means that also you have a way to disarm it. Impulse 63. You have spared him. Why? So yeah, basically it'll disable all pipe bombs that you have thrown. This may be for the fact that you toss the pipe bomb at an enemy, and it can allow you to basically blackmail them to give you their backpack. Or if you just feel like not jibbing them for some reason. See, a really random feature, but it's this. Impulse 61, Impulse 61, and now if we do it, Impulse 63, it will give you multiple messages. So yeah, as you see, all projectiles except shotguns will go through a teleporter and continue to the other side, Duke Nukem style. Also changed is the fact that no players receive kills for telefrags now. You don't get any score for that. Also, there's enhanced team play settings. Basically, team play 1 and 0 are the same as they were initially. They penalize players who kill their teammates by the amount of team play. 100 will cause players who kill their teammates to jib, while negative 100 will cause players to basically deduct a frag on top of that. So, yeah. Anyway, the pipe bomb throws are not timed. You can throw them too quickly, therefore. If you throw a full backpack, you will still have weapons. So that is a bit of a bug. If you throw your entire backpack, you will still have the weapon. You'll just lose the ammo. Anyway, a vampiric thunderbolt. Is that actually a thing? Yes, it is. Equal to the damage you do. So as you see, I just caused 30 damage. I gained 30 damage. As you see, this can get really overpowered really quickly. Vampiric Thunderbolt. Gives life equal to the damage you do. It will overload if your health goes over 250. Well, mine's at 350. Why haven't you done anything yet? I'm at 560. Why are you still not freaking out? People, I think this overload thing's not going to happen. So instead, I'm going to become God-mad. And if you're fighting against enforcers, good luck to you, because now you've become ridiculously overpowered to the point that, yeah, I don't have to worry about much of anything. I have now gotten over 1,000 points. The count is now broken. The overload does not happen, people. I am pretty sure of that now. Dear God, I almost ran out of ammo. Let's get more ammo, so that way I can get even more overpowered. But yeah, really overpowered to the point that I don't even need a camera strategy. I just stand here, I shoot my thunderbolt, I let everything walk into me so that way I get a better shot at it, and then I basically just kill everything. So you see, it works perfectly fine. So you see, really, really horrible. Oh, yeah, because I did an Impulse 9, I can't actually get the key, which means I can never trigger that door open. So as you see, one little flaw of using an impulse cheat is that, yeah, you can't really pick up the key then. And that could be bad in certain triggered circumstances. But yeah, see, yeah, basically the overload's not really working at all. So yeah, that's basically this one. Mostly things we've kind of seen before, but Thor is totally different. The Vampiric Thunderbolt is different than the Vampiric Axe. It's a lot more ridiculously overpowered. Yeah, it's even worse. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, most of it's not really that exciting now, is it? But yeah, Thor, more overpowered stuff. Even if, like, we had the ability to, like, do things, I'm not really sure any of it would have been useful in, like, a non-clue source circumstance. Like I said, but sadly, it's cold source. You can't do anything even if you wanted to. So it's there. It exists. I don't know what exactly I'm doing in my life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what more there is to say, so with that in mind, people, thank you all for watching. It's been an adventure as usual. I guess I shall see you all next time.